immigrants, yeah. Who is the immigrant? If we are living in the same land and sharing the same sun.
Now for a special moment on Impact Talks is Mr. Skoti Collins, who was born in Stirling, Scotland and relocated to Los Angeles at age 17 amidst difficult circumstances. After thriving in a career in sales, he later gave the movie industry a try, carving out a respectable career in multiple roles within the industry. Only 1 year into his career, Scotty wrote the successful Deadliest Warrior, IRA versus Taliban. Additionally, Scotty has written, produced and directed a number of music videos for global artists. Scotty currently owns and operates his own company, Skoti Collins Productions. So proud of you. So glad to have you.
So good to be here.
It's been a while and long time coming. Let's just get to it. So, every immigrant story is unique, but I think you have a story to tell. Do you want to share that story with us?
I can give you some of it.
Give me some of it.
Yeah, this week. Well, I came here as a teenager, not because I wanted to come. My mother had died. I had an American aunt that I didn't know. And they tricked me to come because they thought it was better for me. Now, that's kind of hard when you lose your mum and you don't have a dad. And, and you're on the streets in one of the poorest places in Europe at the time, which was East End of Glasgow and Baillieston.
Yes.
So I came and my visa ran out, and that's when my aunt didn't want me around anymore, which was really sad. So she took me to the airport and she put me on the line at the plane. And I just made the decision right there that as soon as she walked away, I also walked away. And I cashed in that ticket. It was a couple of $100 at the time, I think. And then I ended up on the streets in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Homeless. And
as a young immigrant kid.
I was a young immigrant kid all alone. I knew nobody in this country, but I knew that there was an American dream and I was coming to get mine.
So how did you have the presence of mind to feel that you didn't want to go back?
There was nothing in Glasgow for me. I had nobody left to guide me, or it was either here or Glasgow, and it was December at the time, and I thought, well, the sun's shining here and the snow is knee-deep there, so I'll just stay here.
You thought about your basic needs.
Yeah.
So, speaking of strength, you just epitomize all that strength. Tell us about what you feel proud the most of having traveled this tedious journey.
I think the biggest thing I'm proud about is my kids, who are all born in this country, and now I have grandkids.
Yes.
And they're also impacted with the immigration, the migrants and stuff like that, because I was one. So I've always taught them that there is another life out there, and it's not just this privilege that we have living in America.
Yes.
There's a tough life there, and they might not see that, but I've instilled that in their lives to make them better people. And I think that's my biggest accomplishment in life. It's not my work, it's not where I live, it's what I've done for my kids.
Have you had support? When you were growing up and accomplishing all these goals, what is it that motivated you and has continued to motivate you to stay so positive?
Well, I realized once I got to America and I was making $3.50 an hour that it was better than having no money.
And you were grateful?
I was very grateful for that, and I picked up rocks in the desert, and that was my job, and I progressively got better, and I knew that with hard work that I would go somewhere here.
Yes.
And it would be a lot faster than maybe not going anywhere in Scotland. And I knew at an early age that this is a place to be, because there is an American dream and it's offered to everybody as long as you're willing to get up out your bed and work. The one thing about this country is nothing is for free. You have to work hard.
You know what? Your story is such an amazing story, but I know you didn't do this all by yourself. So we have a surprise for you.
You do?
Yeah, we do. We do have a surprise for you. So maybe this person will finish the story for us.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring in this big surprise. Well, we'll see. A very good friend who lived a really tough life. His immigrant journey is really remarkable. And he was just sharing his story, and his good old friend, because he's been lonely. It's lonely being an immigrant. Right, Scotty?
It is. It's lonely being an immigrant.
Yes. So please introduce your good old friend who flew in from Scotland.
She just came in, yes, but she actually lives here too. And the story of Liz and I was wonderful. As I met her about 10 years ago on a set, and that was something I wasn't going to do. It was my friend Karen Ann Ryan, a canvas cast, and it says, "Come on, Scotty, I need you to go there. It's a Sunday. You need to send one of your guys out there." When I was an agent at the time, and nobody would go, and I said, "Karen, I'll go for you." And I did this because my friend casting would do it for me. And I get there and I open the door, and guess what? I open the door for her, and she says to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Glasgow." And she says, "I'm from Glasgow as well." That's a little bit of Scottish. And that was it. We became friends right then, right, Liz?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one of my crew members said after about 5 minutes, Do you
Come
know
closer,
do
Liz,
you know
so-
this guy? Do you guys know each other? And Scotty took his wallet out of his pocket and he said, "I met her 10 minutes ago, and I give her that right now, and I know I can trust her."
But there was no money in my wallet.
That is awesome. So, Liz, tell us a little bit about your view about this version of American Dream, because another aspect of the show was the fact that it could be dark, no friends, no relatives, and how do you support each other?
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes a bit of time, right, to really feel settled. I think when you first come here to America, you feel like you're on a vacation and everything's
Yes.
like new and shiny and fun, and then after a little while, maybe like a year, you start to get a little bit like, I'm really lonely, and
Yes.
you don't have that like social network of friends, and
Yes.
and it takes, I'd say, about 3 years to maybe like start to build what feels like a good established network of actual friends, because you
Yes.
meet so many people that are transient.
Exactly.
So obviously meeting someone from where you're from is really, really it's like a special thing, so that helps, but obviously
Yes.
just getting to know people.
That's awesome. So, are you living your American dream?
I think, yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
She's
I think
became an American, by the way.
Oh,
I'm-
so now,
I-
living American
I'm
That's
an
dream.
right.
official
I'm next.
American. My son's now in the US Navy, so
Oh, thank you. And you know, we're
Imagine.
going to thank him for his service.
he comes home tomorrow.
Awesome. So thank you, Liz. You have to come back
I
on
will.
another show.
Okay.
Today, we just wanted Scotty not to feel so lonely.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
thank you,
lonely.
Scotty, for sharing
I'm
your
going
story with
I'm
us.
going home tonight
Thank
for
you,
a nice
Liz, for
big
stopping
dinner.
by.
Yeah.
And this is Impact on KPFK 90.7 FM with my amazing, formidable panelists that were just here. Now we had Skoti Collins and his good friend, Liz Stirling. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. God